Hello, my name is Leonard Deshain, and I'm going to take you through my code for Data Engineering Individual Project 1. The structure has the workflows here, assets, a Docker file, a Jupyter notebook, and then make file is here. These are generated by the code. The README file is here, and two test files, the requirements, and the main script file. So I'll go through each of them. For the workflow, there are four of them. Format, which does the formatting during CI/CD. Install installs the necessary requirements. Length for lengthening the code, and then this runs the test. Additionally, after running the test, it generates the markdown file, which has a summary of all the statistics. And this is put after the test to ensure that the test doesn't interfere with it, because the test also checks whether the files were generated, and depending on the setting, could delete the files, the assets. Then there's a library here which has shared functions. These functions are used by the Jupyter notebook, the script, and the text files. The main ones are to load the data set, to calculate the summaries. It creates one bar chart and one histogram. The make file, this has the instructions for use by the workflows. So we have the installation command, the formatting command that does it with black. Length is done by rough. Execute all files starting with test, which should contain the test functions. And then Jupyter notebook. It's also using MB file. And then from there, this one runs a script file which has the functions to write the markdown summary file and the two charts to file. And when it finishes that, it does a git, add, commit, and push. So this is done during CI/CD. For the requirements, we have black for formatting. We are not using PyTest because we are using rough at the moment. PyLength for lengthening. Tabulate helps us save the markdown file. MBVal is for testing the Jupyter notebook. We have pandas and then matplotlib for creating the chart. The script saves the markdown and creates the two charts, the histogram and the bar chart. It uses functions from the lib, the library, this and that. The test_lib file has functions that test the lib library. This test tests the loading. So it loads the data, and then we know the shape already. So we assert that what is loaded should have the shape. And for the summaries, first we calculate the summaries from my functions, and then I get the describe from pandas. So I have two sources of information, then I compare them. So I first assert that the mean from my function and that from the describe are the same. I do the same for standard deviation, minimum, and then maximum. Then I test the file creation. First, if these files exist, I check and then delete them. Then I assert that they are not there. Then I follow up by saving the files. After saving, I assert that they are existing now. Then I have an option of cleaning up. So this is the main function, and it runs. It tests the loading, the summaries, the file creation, and if everything is fine, it prints that the tests were successful. So I'll go to the script testing. Here, the main test is to test that the writing of the markdown is successful. I'll jump to the Jupyter Notebook now. This uses the shared functions from the library, and it does loading and assert that it has gotten the right shape of the data loaded, and then displays the tail data, the last few data. It also does testing of what describe gives us and what is calculated by our functions. Then finally, it displays the summaries. Then it displays the bar chart, which is generated. This is not from the file, this is from the function directly. That's what this false does, to tell it not to save it, but to display it. And that's the same for the histogram. The README file describes the functions in the program. These here are to get the badges for the 4 workflows. Here we describe the functions that are in the program, and one of the summaries is displayed here, and the image as well for the chart, and this for the bar chart, and things regarding the requirement of the project. And I thank you very much.